Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? So, today... Oh, actually, I forgot. I see I haven't... Yes, I do. I was just going to talk about that, actually. I have an emote now. Excuse me. I have the grilled fish emote. I was just going to say... Give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I got the grilled fish emote. That was made by Yummy Beats. Grilled fish! I need to fix the title, but... Oh wait, is my alerts off now? I don't hear him. Thank you for the hydrate stress. It's probably not on here, actually. Grilled fish. That's the emote all I have right now. Oh, thanks to the head tag grave. So, today I'll be playing a game called The House in Fata Morgana. I do not know too much about it, other than I heard it's really a good visual novel, but other than that, that's all I really know about it, to be honest. Like, I have watched people play it, but more just kind of in the background stuff, but I'm definitely intrigued to play this game, so let's get right into this. Okay, let me know. Let me see. There's the sound. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. But now we are going into the tale of the house in Fata Morgana. Huh, I wonder if Inspector... Oh, it went out for a little bit there. Into the mansion. Oh, ominous. I heard there's some quite, like, heavy stuff in here as well, so if anyone's uncomfortable with that, it's okay if you don't want to watch it. Yeah, it is kind of spoopy. So it might be a bit dark, but I really don't know too much about this game. Is the sound okay? Heavy stuff? I think there's, like, they just, like, it had a warning in the beginning. Hold on, let me look at the warning. Oh, it's like trigger warnings. Well, it says here, this game contains... Hold on. I'm gonna let this go through before I say anything. Without realizing it. Except as truth, there's events immense will before you. A house of perpetuary, an amalgam of myriad fates and generations. Oh. No one knows who said first. Oh, who said first? I just mixed up those words. First said. I just those words in my head. That the mansion was cursed. Whoa. Yo, yummy. Hi. Oh, God. Thanks to the lurk, Yami. I like this music. Okay, so let's see what this said about the warning here. Because it was in the beginning of the thing. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I'm afraid if I press escape, it's gonna skip this bit. Oh, nice. Thanks for the shout out to Grape. Yummy. No, she gave you a shout out. See, Grape? She doesn't hate you. Good mod. Good yummy mod. Cast of Souls and Eternal. Oh, this music's like building up. I was looking down upon a corpse. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, so for the warning for this game, let me see. It says this game contains depictions of blood, graphic violence, and other potentially disturbing content. Additionally, certain characters are shown to use some discriminatory and offensive language, but their words do not reflect the views of anyone involved in the production of this game, nor do we endorse such behavior. Okay, so that's what it's kind of depicting of. Hello, Dorito. How you doing? I looked down upon a corpse, my own corpse. I was afflicted with great despair at the sight of it being dragged to the place of my crucifixion. My soul crumbled, and I was wholly extinguished. Indeed, I did once lose everything. However, as I faded into darkness everlasting, I heard a voice calling out to me, and so I vowed once more that no matter how long it may take, how great the obstacles that stand in my way, or what form you may assume, I shall come back for you, that I must return to that house. So I ask of you, please wait until this mutilated body arrives there once more. I'm gonna scooch myself over a little bit, actually. I feel like I'm in the way. Okay. Nope. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna scooch myself over a little bit here. Yeah, that's better. Alright. With each new breath. Oh, it looks like I'm cutting into the screen now. Let's see. There. It returned to the void now. Okay, yummy. With each new breath, feeling gradually return to your fingers. Master, you could hear the pattering of rain from somewhere. Master? And the sound of a crackling fire. Wake up, Master. Creak, creak, creak. Wake up. When you came to, you were rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. The room was dimly lit. Aside from the flickering of the fireplace, there was no other illumination. Whoa! What the hey is this? Oh. No light shone through the closed windows. There was only the pitter-patter of rain on the glass. It was as though the whole mansion had been enveloped in darkness. Oh, splendid. You were finally awoke. Someone called out to you. You were about to search the room. That turned out to be unnecessary. The source of the voice was crouching beside the chair, looking up at you with emerald eyes. Good morning, Master. Good morning. Oh, we have a choice. Good morning. What is the matter? Are you still waking up? You seem rather drowsy. Come now, you must gather yourself. Though I am glad to hear your voice. Embrace the terror. I have simply been waiting so long for this moment. Tending to the mansion all by my lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, whenever that time may be. Now, you've been giving shoutouts to the others, so I'm also gonna. Oh, it blacks out when I'm not on the screen. Yes. There we go. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. Time has... She keeps blacking out. Has finally arrived. We were perplexed. The wolf's woman, who looked like a maid, seemed to know you, but you had no memory of her. What kind of herbal tea would you like to start your day with? I have some wonderful chamomile leaves, if you would like. Perhaps your tastes have changed since last we met. Tell me, master, what would you like? I beg your pardon. I allowed myself to get too excited. But I hope you'll be sympathetic, master. I'm just utterly elated that I could see you again. The woman appeared to be genuinely delighted that you had woken, but she seemed to lack the energy typical of her age. Perhaps life was a more appropriate word than energy. But the gloom extended beyond the maid. It seemed to encompass the entire mansion. She looks kind of tired, actually. Plastered walls illuminated by the fireplace and the rose engravings in the ebony pillars felt vaguely familiar. But a crushing sense of claustrophobia overpowered that familiarity. It seems as though House wasn't interested in accepting you just yet. A house? Oh my, you do not know who I am. Do you not know who you are either? That is quite the predicament. If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? The woman's face is pale, almost as though she... A faint chill ran down your spine. You are the master of this house, though it would seem you have no memories of such. Quite the dilemma. If you know not who you are, then you are no different than a stranger to me, no? Indeed you have returned, but from where? That I cannot say. And how about this? I am a servant of this mansion. As such, I am familiar with the many incidents that have taken place here. I shall show you the history of this house, master. Whoops. Huh, might as well save. That will surely allow you to recall who you are. That the freshly awakened gears in your head begin to turn as you mulled things over. The maid had called you the master of this house. Without a single mirror in the room, you had no way of seeing what you looked like. Unable to decide, you reflexively nodded. Let us be off then, and fear not. I merely entreat you to not let go of my hand. Should you hold it tightly, you need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. Their hand in hers, you follow the maid's lead through the hall. The air within the mansion was oppressive. A sultry black miasma hovered within. The house is bleak and barren, hardly a trace of color to be found. I gotta say, I really love the piano in this. You came across an open window. Beyond it lay nothing but darkness. Neither sunlight nor moonlight could be seen. There was no chirping birds, no rustling grass, no signs of life at all. Everything that would normally give color to the world had vanished entirely. The only other presence was that of the maid. Following her lead, you proceeded through the mansion. After some time, you arrive at a double door, the glass within shattered. The door, once pure white, had long since faded into a dull gray. It appeared to lead to the back garden. You could hear children laughing on the other side. It's like a bit of color right there. It's interesting. So that part might be important, though. It is in the state you see it now. You now see it. A beautiful, beautiful garden once lay beyond these doors. The owner of the time enjoyed gathering rare species of rose from all across the world. At its grandest, it seemed every flower was in a constant competition for the most majestic bloom. Would you like to see the wonderful era of splendor and prosperity? I very much hope it is to It is to your liking, master. Gotta love a mansion immense in the abyss. The maid opened the doors to the back garden. A sudden gust of wind brushed across your face, forcing you to close your eyes. As you followed the maid out of the doors. When you next opened your eyes, the world was no longer blanketed in shadows. The first door. 603. Move the cursor to the bottom right corner of the screen to display it for in-game. You can save and load your progress. Yeah, I already did. Yeah. I already figured that out. Thank you, game. The mansion had an alluring air of beauty about it in that era. It's almost like something out of a fairy tale. This period of history could perhaps be described as a symphony of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old King. Why is audio doing that? Okay, I think it fixed itself. Interested in music? Free from the day-to-day oppression, or from sad piano to this. But these antiquated precepts, and people seem to hark back to the more poetic, expressive ways of old. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theater, and found love. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. War would break out, not 20 years from now, plucking the ripened ear from the tree of history. But that is of no concern to us now. At the time, it was still what people referred to as the Golden Age, a period of furor for all who were there. Ooh. Oh, there's even like a rose pattern right there. Now, let us take a slight detour. No, we will not be changing locations. This is a tale about the mansion from beginning to end. We will, however, be moving through time. Say, about 8 years into the past. A very wealthy family lived in this house then. The mother and father, brother and sister all had distinctive, beautiful, flaxen hair. I'm always enamored by their hair. By contrast, mine is the color of a wet crow. See, there I am, standing around looking rather a fool. I was happy back then. And what reason did I have not to be, afforded the opportunity to attend to such a beautiful home? So I poured my heart into serving that family. Listen closely, if you would. That soft, fleeting sound that could only be young girls singing. Can you hear it? Oh! La 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 la. The girl you see, cheerfully picking crimson roses and singing like a songbird, was called Nellie. Though young, she sang with elegance. Oh, she has all the roses in her dress as well. Is there a way to see all the art? I'm not sure how to press that. Oh, you can just press escape and see the whole thing. Oh, wow, look at that. She has a really pretty outfit. And the roses? Nellie was deeply fond of the house's garden, and she'd often spend her afternoons there. Gorgeous roses gathered from all across the world bloomed in the garden. They were given the utmost care and even had their thorns removed, so young Nellie would not hurt herself naturally. The light brown-haired girl carefully plucked petals from the roses, gathering them as she sang. Her voice was like music played by fairies, nay, the sight of her was like an angel descended from heaven. Oh dear, please don't look at me like that. I admit I don't know who's talking about. I was being rather fanciful. Both what is a woman if not fanciful? Little bird, singing night and day. The little birdie won't sing the birds away. Pretty flowers all around the little birds. And even when the sun comes up, Oh, dearest Mel. I've forgotten what comes next. Are you listening? I don't think Mel is listening. Nellie was. As a matter of fact, not only the visitor to the rose garden that day. She always came with her older brother, Mel. The young siblings were inseparable. Mel adored his little sister, who in turn pined for his attention. The sight of the two innocent children cuddling together, not yet shackled by the fear for the future, was truly heartwarming. That day, Mel was sitting in the shade of a tree reading a book. As I am sure you are aware, in their time, books could not have been mass-produced. What he was reading had been copied by a scribe. I presumed he had borrowed it from the church. The book, having passed through many hands over many years, was visibly worn, but I suppose that just speaks to its importance. It was, in fact, a Latin grammar textbook he was reading. Mel was a clever boy. He had attended church from a very young age, where a priest would instruct him in Latin grammar. So, at the time, I believe he was capable of reading even advanced. Oh, dearest Mel, please. The young girl approached her brother, who was consumed by the text. In her hand she carried a large pile of rose petals. Though his sister's shadow overlapped with the trees, the boy still did not notice. So Nellie puffed her cheeks, thrust out her slender arms, and let the petals fall. Ah! Look, your head is covered in roses, Mel. Oh, Nellie, you've got petals on the book. This isn't mine. I can't afford to let it get dirty. It's your fault, dearest Mel. I tried to get your attention. And besides, flowers won't get a book dirty. I must raise the white flag. When did my little lady find herself such a sharp wit? Well, waiting for you, dearest Mel. I waited and waited, and you didn't so much as glance at me. I'll be an adult by the time you're done reading the book. How, that soon? That soon. Mother says girls grow up fast. She may be right. In that case, we should do something together if we're all grown up. Surely, you won't play with me any longer when you become an adult. That's not true. I'll still play with you even when I grow up. I'm grown up. Grown-ups don't play, Nellie. Fine. I'll stay a child forever then. Didn't you just say you were about to grow up? You're so mean, Mel. I'm sorry. Please don't pout, my little lady. How about this? To make it up to you, I'll play whatever you want today. Really? Do you mean it? I want to play make-believe. Make-believe? Make-believe. I will be a princess taken captive by an evil kingdom, and you, dearest Mel, will be my valiant knight. And then you will turn into a prince when you rescue me. A knight can become a prince. Impressive. They can. Knights and princes both have to be charming, so of course they can. Which is why it must be you, dearest Mel. No one else can be my prince or my knight. Well, he may have appeared outwardly embarrassed as his rose-cheeked sister proclaimed it, but tinglingly, I am certain he was smiling on the inside. After a few moments, he meekly knelt, bringing himself to eye level with Nellie and gently stroking her soft hair. All right, then. You're my princess, Nellie. And not just anyone's princess, dearest Mel, but yours alone. So, don't be anyone else's prince but mine, okay? Nellie. Geez, my princess is quite the fawner. I mean, you're both siblings, so I don't think he can be your prince. Isn't bad, but she doesn't know. Does that make you dislike me? Not at all. I'm proud to have you as my sister now. You mean more to me than anyone in the world, my... Oh, my dear I forgot I was talking, my dear princess. I love you, dearest Mel. You'll always be my prince forever and ever. The mood quite improved. Nellie began humming the melody of the song she had forgotten the lyrics to. Holding the skirt of her dress out from her body, the young girl pranced about the rose garden. Mel, his eyes on her back, gave a little shrug. Oh, Nellie, don't come crying to me if you trip running like that. And Mel was not entirely disapproving of her sister's excitement. Carefully brushed aside the petals on his book, sit in the shade of the tree, and began chasing after Nellie. There was a picturesque siblings brimming with hope. And at this time in their lives, there was nothing to jeopardize that hope. Would it not be wonderful if children could stay children forever, Master? As I see it, though the pleasant, gentle hard times in our lives have value because they come to an end. Wouldn't you agree? Time continues to flow, impartial and without exception. And as such, everyone's childhood comes to an end. Be as it may, does time also flow at the same speed for each individual? Now, let us take a trip down the river of time. I would be very delighted if we could remain at this point in time, but unfortunately, we cannot. Please do not hold my hand, Master. So where are we headed next? Oh, Mel's older now. I'll be on my way then. Oh, you usually stay for longer. Yes, I have an errand to run today. Thank you for your time, as always. Would you like the book back sometime next week? Next week or the week after? I just gotta see this art. Oh, he has a little rose on his belt. Nice. Hold on to it as long as you like. But surely there are others who want to use it. I like this music better, or this song better, actually. None as sharp as you know. Put yourself in my shoes and you'll understand. I want to give you any advantage you can get. He doesn't look comfortable with that. Oh, do you not believe me? No, I believe you, Father. And I mean to do whatever I can not to disappoint you. That's the spirit. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm proud to have you as my pupil. Ah, yes, and Mel, you considered what we talked about. Going to university? Indeed. If you do, I can introduce you to some accomplished instructors. There's very little left for me to teach you, and I believe you would make a fine priest. So he's becoming a priest. It's an honorable thing, Mel, to devote yourself to the service of our Lord. Doesn't look like he wants to go that route. I'll give it some thought. If you'll excuse me then, I'll see you again. Our doors are always open. Farewell. Whenever it is in the service of God and in the service of the church, it is an honorable professional, but theology. I wouldn't mind attending university, but I'm not sure. I'd kind of like to do something different, something more befitting of the times. As for what? Oh, I'm stumped. Yes. Agreed, Mel. I get stumped on that too. But I need to make up my mind soon. If I drag my feet for too long, even my father is liable to grow impatient. Mercy me. Young sire. This young sire. Alms. Alms for the poor. This beggar. If I'm not mistaken, he's been outside the church since last week. Alms. What are alms, actually? I don't know what that is. What are alms? Oh, assistance in store context, money or food given to the poor people. Oh, I see. The way he shakes his head. I can get a glimpse of his forehead under his hood. He's completely bald. Buy yourself some bread with this. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless your soul. Thanks, the Lord. Oh no, Nellie's gonna be cross if I don't hurry home. Horses, and it looks like it's going to rain. Master? Master? Oh, thank goodness. You appear to have a firm grasp on your consciousness. I was afraid you had danced and let go of my hand. Now, Master, this is the period of time I truly wish to show you. The boy reading the rose garden was now a fine young man. Nonetheless, he still bore the same gentle eyes of before, and he would from time to time show remnants of the innocent young boy. He was, in his own mind, still making the transition to adulthood, I suspect. Mel frequently visited the church on Sundays to participate in Mass, of course, but more often be tutored by the priest. In addition, he also attended a private school run by an eminent marquis, though it was not a school where students had desks and sat in rows. He studied at the marquis' estate. Secondary and higher education was not the same as it is today. And Mel was considering university. The priest wanted to recruit him to the church, but Mel was having difficulty deciding what he should do. Then, that he had such a choice is envious, is it not? Oh, changing locations. Good afternoon. I'm here to pick up my order. Is it ready? Aye, ready and waiting, young Master Rhodes. Oh, don't call me young master, please. I beg your pardon. Can I seem to get me head out of the pass? Your order is right here, sir. Mel had stopped at a jewelry store in the center of town, on his way back from the church. The building was both a workshop and a storefront, and the nobles of the area were deeply fond of the master's wares. He was so skilled, even the royal family had commissioned work from him. As a matter of fact, the wooden sign out front was engraved with a replica of a piece of his jewelry said to be on display in the palace. An artistry flourished in this golden age, with a number of shops selling luxurious items, such as jewelry, rose and kind. However, the clientele of these shops comprised a very narrow range of people. May I have a look? Oops. Of course. Good. It came out just as I hoped. Splendid work. Can I afford to disappoint a loyal customer like yourself? An admirable work ethic. I'm sure she'll love it. Such a kind lad, young master. My boy back home could do well and learn a thing or two from you. Every man ought to show women some cordiality. Coming home to a cold fireplace is a sad thing indeed. Oh, thanks to the hydrate and stretch. Great. I'm going to be talking a lot at this. Oh. My apologies. I'll take this and be on my way then. Good day. If you find yourself in need of aught else, just let me know. I can make any jewelry you ask for. Come to me and your sweetheart's day, as Cherie has made. Music on this game is a tad bit loud to me. Okay. Oh my god. What did I do? I just went and zoomed past that. Whoops. Okay. I'll turn it down a bit. What did I do? Hold on. Where's the log here? Backlog. I'll just read it. Hold on. Where was I? Okay. Every animal coming home with a full fireplace. Please don't call me my apologies. I'll take this to me on my way. Good day. Find yourself in need of this. Come to me and your sweetheart day. Be sure is made when I guarantee the two of you will have all sorts of fun when you give it to her. Please, I don't have a sweetheart. Well, that's a surprise. I'm sure many girls are vying for your hand too, young Master Mr. Rose. Fine family, good looks, charming, and your future's all but. I'll be on my way then. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Good day. Come by again. Okay, okay, so I need to fix this. Oh, window. How do I turn down the sound here? Oh, here we go. Is that better? Let me know if it's too quiet, though. Patient as my father may be, I will be certainly anger him. I can hear it now. You're wasting your God-given talents, boy. I could renounce my name and rank. Go somewhere far away. Let's see. It sounds like a kind of plan Nellie would come up with. Back in the rose garden. As he drew closer to the mansion, the rich fragrance of roses grew more prominent. Over time, the distinctive scent had led visitors to refer to this house as Rose Manor. Excuse me. It was also probably a play on the flaxen-haired family's last name, Rose, which you heard the owner of the jewelry store say just moments earlier. The mansion looked quite different than it does now, no? No thickets of ivy covering the walls, no rotten broken doors to be found. I wonder what the Rose family would think if they saw the house in its present tragic condition. The sight of their abundantly blooming roses, a veritable symbol of prosperity, long since withered and turned into soil. My apologies, I got a little sentimental there. Let us forget for a moment about our own time. I suppose I stayed out a little too long. Oh well, the sun still shines high in the sky, I'm sure. It sounds like someone's running up to Mel. Whoa! Dearest Mel. Ooh, I gotta see this art. Ooh. I like her clothes. It's really pretty. Oh, those like attached to her hair. I've been waiting forever. Nellie? You're not in the house? Nope. You were taking so long, I decided to wait by the gate. But you didn't even notice me at all. Is that any way to treat a lady? All those settings got your head stuck in the clouds. No, it hasn't really. Also, you're heavy. Can you please get off my back? Heavy? I've been gradually reducing the amount of sweets I eat, and I love sweets to maintain my figure for a new dress. And you call me heavy? I didn't catch that. Were you saying a tongue twister? You're such a dimwit, Mel, jerk, blockhead, weakling. Jeez, he's a bit annoying. That's what. Oh. Ooh, I'm liking the butterfly design on her outfit, though. That's really pretty. And obnoxious to boot. Whatever happened to the delightful little girl who was once my sister? She reminds me of like those like kind of clingy anime girls. She'd probably throw a fit if I said that out loud. She'd really be outside, Nellie. You are the star of today's event. It's fine. They call it a birthday party, but I know it's just about fraternizing. It's obvious what father's true. She just seems like one of those anime girls, right? It's obvious what father's true motives are. He'll be gathering a bunch of boys from good families to look for someone to marry me off. Ugh, I have no interest in that at all. Don't be like that, Nelly. God, their names are so close. I'm mixing them up. Don't be like that, Nelly. They're all here for you. At least enjoy what you can of the party. I guess. And besides, it's not completely terrible. Look at this dear smell. What do you think? What do I think? About what? About what? Mel! My new dress, it arrived. I'm wearing it. How could you not notice? Wow. Jeez. I mean, not everyone's gonna notice you got a new dress all the time. Jeez. Could you not notice? This girl's kind of annoying me already. Not gonna lie. I did notice it was something I hadn't seen before, but you have so many dresses, Nelly. But this is the dress I had made just for today. Look at the colors. They're so pretty. It's the work of a renowned dyer. And this belt is just so lovely. Not gonna lie though, that belt, the butterfly belt, is really pretty. You see how it comes together to form a butterfly? Oh, I'm just absolutely in love with it. I think I'll be wearing this dress for a while to come. Oh, tell me, what do you think? Does it look good on me? Yeah, it does. It's pretty. In some ways, I guess she still is a delightful little girl. Oh, dearest Mel, I love you. Oh, God. Whoa, don't jump on me like that. Oh, my, you dropped something. And what have we here? Wait, hold on. No, you can't have that yet. Is it a present? Give it back. I was going to give that to you later. I knew it was for me, and just what could it be? Hey, don't open it. What's the big deal? It's going to be mine soon anyway, isn't it? Oh, I love it. A rose necklace. And it's designed from the jeweler the royal family uses. Oh, my dearest Mel. You had this made just for me. Oh, jeez. Defeats the purpose if you open it before the party. Happiness is always better sooner rather than later, Mel. I think I'll put it on right now. Ooh. So she got like a kind of a choker with a rose design. There, how does it look? It looks lovely. My prince is still the sweetest in all the land. Don't make such weird noises. Oh, but why not? A prince always knows exactly what his princess wants. And his princess wanted some rose jewelry to go with her new dress. Understand? Jeez, I sure don't have it easy playing your prince, Nelly. It might be about time you found a new one. A prince is a prince because you can't just find one standing on the street corner. If you want to retire, dear Smell, you're going to have to wait another 10 years. That's a long time. Or you find yourself a new princess. I'm not so... You're about as romantic as a rock, dearest Mel. But worry not, your adorable sister will always be your princess. I don't know, she's kind of annoying. It's like, geez, rude. What more could you want? Are you really allowed to be the judge of that? I knew more to you than any other girl in the world, do I not? Then, that makes me your perfect princess. Lord! This girl! Oh, did it disappear again? Oh. Hey, what was it with that laugh? And it'll be all over soon. Oh, the music? Oh yeah, I'm enjoying this music as well. It's good. Hey, what was this? Laugh and it'll be over soon. You're always telling me I mean more than anyone to you. Yes, you do. Look at that pouty face of hers. Yes, you do. More than anyone in the world, my beloved baby sister. I'll take good care of the necklace. Thank you, my dearest Mel. Well, if you're happy with it, then so am I. You're very welcome. Now, back into the house with you. Can't have a party without the guest of honor. Do you know if anyone is here yet? Nope. I imagine they'll be here soon, though. Were you down at the church again today, Mel? Yeah, there was something I didn't know how to translate, so I went to look it up. Wow, so diligent. I can't say I really like the priest there personally. Actually, I'm kind of feel the same way. What? Really? Why? Well, you know, I have my reasons. So even you don't always like the priest, huh? Let's skip Mass on Sunday then. We can go play. No skipping church. As Gru the brother did, so too did the sister. That day, Nellie would be turning 14 and Mel, 3 years her senior, 17. You saw with your own eyes, so you know just how much she has changed. She was always a cute little girl, and she grew into an even more beautiful young woman. Goodbye. Though she was 14, she was well on her way to become a fine lady. As for her character, well, but a girl like that has her own charms, wouldn't you say? Drifting down the rivers of time, the two siblings matured into healthy young adults, but the core of their relationship did not change into the slightest. Nellie was very much attached to her brother, and as much as Mel complained, still cared deeply for his sister. Around the time the sun had begun to set, carriages started lining up outside as well-dressed aristocrats made their way into the house. As Nellie had suspected, the majority of them were boys. So he wants to court off Nellie then. Or the dad does. Yes, I understand. You don't need to say anything more. Rose Manor, right? Okay, we'll go together. Me alone? No, please don't make me. Who are these? Thanks to the head pets, Grape. The inhabitants of Rose Manor are surely living quite contented lives. And I'm sure they don't remember a thing. Okay, wait, who's talking? Oh. The room with the fireplace is always kept in pristine condition so they could entertain guests at any time. Walls cleverly decorated with tapestries and stained glass windows gave testament to their great fortune. The servant's first assignment every morning was to clean this room. Pitchers, silver plates, and silverware were polished to a shine that could probably be put to use at a moment's notice. And for events like their daughter's birthday, the room served an even more important role. The tabletops were removable, so they had to order new tabletops with designs made especially for this occasion. Oh, with the tabletops, I'm guessing that was for the actual tabletops or tablecloths. And once the banquet had drawn to a close, tables speckled with half-empty wine glasses and leftover candied fruits were moved off to the side to make room for, of course, the festivities. Good evening, Lady Nellie. You're looking particularly... lovely today. Nellie, I had these jewels cut out for you. You'll let me have this dance, won't you? What's the matter, Nellie? You look exhausted. These are pretty good. Want one? I know you like sweets. They're apple candy and rock sugar, I think. You disappointed me there, Smell. What do you think is the matter? They just keep coming. It never ends. It's driving me up the wall. Everyone's just repeating the same lines they've been taught. They think all pretty jewels and requests to dance are enough to make a girl swoon. But I think that is true for you, Mel. Nellie. Dang it! Though, why is she disappointed with me? I think I'm done with birthday parties after this year. They'll probably throw an even bigger one next year. Huh? Why? Well, you know, you're about that age, Nellie. We are a reasonably distinguished family, so there are a number of different houses that would like to have connections with us. So what you were saying is do it for the family? No, that's not. I won't date or marry anyone. I have no interest in being used as a pawn in their inter-family politics. Pawn? I wouldn't go that far. And I'm sure Fata wants to let you choose yourself. You know, someone you actually love. Love? I never thought I would hear you talk about love, dearest Mel. You don't even understand what makes Shakespeare's play so beautiful, and you're talking about love. You fell asleep during Romeo and Juliet, and you're talking about love? We went all the way out to the Globe Theatre, too. Well, pardon me for being ignorant when it comes to romance and the arts. But you're not, Nellie. Shakespeare's make-believe story made you cry like a baby. Anyone would cry at that. You'd have to be crazy to sleep through it. That's not what I'm saying. Someone as emotionally vibrant as you, Nellie, would have no problem finding love. Oh, dearest Mel. We should dance. She just wanted to dance with her brother the whole time, to be honest. Lady Nellie, could I have this? Well, let's dance, dearest Mel. What, me? Wait, come on, I really like this song. Quit pulling on me, Nellie. What's the point of us dancing? We're siblings. My mother and father are staring daggers at us. Ooh. No matter what day is it today, dearest Mel. Your birthday. Exactly. So I can do what I want. Now attend to your princess as a proper prince should. Oh, jeez, how did I get myself into this? Nellie's skirt fluttered along with her as she stepped in time to the music. She was not only a skilled singer, but a skilled dancer as well. Mel, on the other hand, fumbled over his own feet trying to keep up. One would be hard-pressed to describe his dance abilities as good, even as flattering. Though boys of his pedigree were taught to dance as part of their etiquette lessons, he found himself more being dragged around by his sister. He could hardly be said to be attending to her. This is so humiliating. Because his parents had been hands-off in raising him, largely giving him free rein to study and learn when to please, Mel looked like a tangled-up marionette. From throughout the hall, you could hear giggling, uncomfortable chuckling, and people coughing to disguise their laughter. Come now, dearest Mel. If this is the best you can manage, what are you going to do when you find a girl that catches your eye? I won't, so it doesn't matter. Follow my lead, Mel. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nellie alone enjoyed her time dancing with her brother quite thoroughly at that. It did not matter to her that he moved awkwardly or that the guests were giving them cold stares, as their parents were first cracked under the pressure. Oh, so they did not want that to happen. Just as her father was about to give an exaggerated cough and stop the music, a ruckus suddenly swelled up near the entrance. What could that be? Who knows? Whatever's going on, I've been spared. The music came to a stop, and the party guests began bustling. The siblings' father spoke up sternly above the noise in order to quell the spreading commotion. He ordered the servants to investigate, had the music restarted, gave a short apology for the interruption, and set the party back on course. I want to go on I went to go check on the entrance with the other servants, as I recall. Oh my, why are you looking at me like that? These are not my memories, but those which dwell within the mansion. You think we should be following what happens next from my perspective, then? That is not what confuse you? Well, the questions shall be answered in time. In time. Now let us return to our tale. Though the party had fallen still for a moment, their father's decisive actions restored the guests' festive moods in short order. So it was not by any means the commotion that caused the ball to conclude earlier than planned. Oh, thunder! What the? It was rather loud, too. Sounds like we have quite the storm brewing. We live in a country where the weather was nothing. Unpredictable rain was a frequent occurrence here. Stretches of time with clear skies grew longer as summer approached, but the weather was still somewhat unstable on the cusp of the two seasons. They had a strong wind that night. A strong wind that night as well, which turned the raindrops into little spears on the windows. I love how they describe like rain and everything in this game. Or like they're just very like, I don't know, kind of poetic, I would say. Were the party to continue on any longer, no one would be able to go home. Although their father was quite concerned that Nellie had not got on with any of the aristocrat boys, he decided to cut the festivities short. Thank goodness it ended early. How lucky am I? This must be a blessing for always being such a good girl. I'm not sure having your own birthday party cut short counts as lucky. I'm gonna save this. Oh, interesting. So it shows you the title here. But it was no fun. I can't help it if I'm not enjoying myself. And for heaven's sake, Arthur was there. I have no interest in dancing with that dunce. Arthur? What's that again? Well, I don't feel like something wrong is going to happen. It might. Not sure yet. Arthur? Is that someone who was here? Unbelievable. You don't remember anything, do you, dearest Mel? Came over to play a few times when we were little. He's covered in gross freckles and he's a huge jerk. He said my hair looked like the color of fallen leaves. Fallen leaves! Just thinking about that ugly smirk has me fuming. And yet he acts like nothing happened. He even calls me Lady Nellie, for goodness sakes! Are you listening, dearest Mal? I'm listening. I wonder what the ruckus earlier was. I wonder who came to the door, though. Like, it sounded like someone came to the door, so I wonder who's there. Ugh, you weren't listening, were you? Who cares about that? Sorry, but aren't you curious? It probably was another guest, at least. Excuse me. Maybe a cat sneaked in. You think so? I do. But enough about that. Would you like to play cards in my room, dearest Mel? Seriously? I'm exhausted, though. It's not even that late. Fine. Man, she forces him into a lot of stuff. Something feels kind of off. I can't. I want to go check. Come on, hurry up. Hold on. Don't need to drag me, Nellie. My birthday isn't over yet, so you're not done attending to me. So needy, this one. Jeez. Oh, Nellie. I want to go see who's at the door. Thunder again. Ominous. Yeah, she's kind of annoying. Can't she go hang out with anyone else other than her brother? Oh, it's different. The rain just won't let up. I can't sleep. I wonder what the commotion earlier was about. Oh, for goodness sakes. It's all the storm's fault. That's why I can't sleep. I'm just fretting over nothing. I'm sure Nellie was right. It was just a cat. Maybe a dog. I can't sleep. I hardly ever have this much trouble falling asleep. What could this feeling be, I wonder? It's not quite foreboding. Walking around the house at this time of night isn't going to help anything. But I'm not going to fall asleep just lying there. The only sound that could be heard in the dark corridors were the sharp pitter-patter of the rain, footsteps, and his breathing. Though he was intimately familiar with the layout of the house, that night the hallways felt like an endless labyrinth veiled in shadows. No moonlight shone through the windows, so he naturally found himself moving cautiously, despite being in his own residence. Keeping the palm of his hand pressed up against the chilly wall, he put one foot in front of the other. So where was he supposed to head? Mel, of course, had no way of answering that question himself. If he had anything, it was guidance from above, the path to his destination lit by flashes of lightning. Perhaps there was something else leading him along. Though he progressed with a fair bit of hesitation and step, Mel was slowly but surely drawing near to one room. Particular thanks to the hydrate and stretch grape. Kind of gives me like a foreboding, like, feeling. Like, what's he gonna find or see? It's like a little bit unnerving. He made his way through the seemingly endless halls. Past the living room, its fireplace long since cooled. In another corridor. And then stopped outside an Abigail's bedchamber. An Abigail's. The dim glow of a lamp spilled through the cracks in the door. A gust of wind is not necessary to make a flame flicker. A person's movement or vibrations in the air. Someone speaking. The slightest of motions can cause the light of a fire to quiver. Shifting subtly, as though nudged by an invisible fingertip. You can see light from inside. She's still awake. A voice seemed to be hesitating. It would not be difficult for him to approach the door and peer inside. He had reservations about peeping in on others' chambers, even though if it was his own house. However, this room was assigned to a woman. There was a woman behind that door. What would you do, master, in this situation? Would you succumb to curiosity and gaze inside? Got a question since you really like your original novels. Oh yeah, go ahead. What is it? You ever tried Danganronpa? No, I have not actually. I've not tried that one. I've seen it though, but never played it. I've seen bits and pieces. How would you? That one is good. Oh really? I should probably try that one and give that a try too as well. Oh, that lists my list. How would you respect the owner's privacy? I shouldn't be doing this, but the voice feels like it's calling to. They have a lot of games though. Oh yeah? Me? Or someone else? Yes, me, could sense someone watching me at that moment. He had succumbed to his curiosity. Oh, I thought I had a choice here. He stood on the other side of the door from me, his flaxen eyes open wide, trying to remain as invisible as possible. The wavering in his heart seemed to create faint ripples in the air, which I pretended not to notice. Yes, I knew he was there. I could sense his presence and his wavering emotions. However, I could not begin to speculate as to his true feelings, or how great a surprise this was to him. I too am discovering new facets of this tale, by viewing it through the eyes of the mansion. But it is not I who is concerned, who is of concern, Master. It is you. You and... I know I shouldn't be doing this. I should be ashamed of myself, but I... Excuse me, sorry. I can't look away. Oh! Whoa! Oh, white hair. Who is that? It's really pretty, actually. Her skin, it's so pale, you can practically see through it. Is that white because she was out in the cold rain? Her hair is white as snow and her eyes. They're like... She's a ghost. Maybe. Like, how do I describe it? My vocabulary truly lacks for situations like this. They look like blood. No. It's just disturbing. Then wine, perhaps? No, more translucent than that. Gemstones, then? Yes, gemstones. Her eyes are like rubies. Oh, so she's like albino? I've never seen anyone like her before. What could they be talking about? Those eyes were fixed on the peculiar young woman. She had glass-like skin, eyes that glimmered in the flickering. A demon? And snow-white hair that flowed like luxurious silk. But her lips were bluish purple, her soft, delicate skin sullied with grime. Twinkling eyes pointed down at the floor, and her hair a disheveled mess. She was, even at a glance, clearly not a lady of means. Her fingers were cracked from the cold, her nails pale from malnutrition, and her garb was little more than rags. However, true beauty is always visible, no matter what it may be hidden beneath. Even wrapped in a veil of insalubrity. What is that word? Man, I'm learning all these new words. It's insalubrity. Unwholesome. Oh, interesting. Even if she thought herself hideous. I wonder what happened to her. Mel could no longer avert his gaze from the girl's visage. He had, for the time being, forgotten the shame he felt for peeping. As he strained his ears to hear the conversation taking place inside, his sickly voice arose from the white-haired girl's purple lips. So feeble was the sound that a gentle breeze blowing through the room could carry it away. I apologize for the trouble. Think nothing of it. Give your apologies and thanks to the mistress. Understood. There is something strangely comforting about this house, almost as if I've been here before. If my father were here, I'm sure he would be quite fond of it. I'm sorry about your father. There's nothing you could have done, I imagine. When you come to my rescue, he was already... Rescue? Father? Was that perchance what the commotion was about? He stared intently, entranced by the scene unfolding beyond the door. A gaze can often signal one's presence to others more effectively than others. The white-haired girl could likely sense him there as well. She flicked her gem-like eyes upward. Oh! Wow. I gotta say, that art is really gorgeous. Oh, she saw him. She saw him, alright. That was when the boy felt a pang of panic. For a split second, his flaxen eyes met her ruby eyes, causing him to recoil from the door. His heart was pounding like the rain outside. Careful not to make a sound, took 2 steps away. Did she catch me? I'm not sure. I feel like she just looked right at him. If it was only for a moment, she could have seen me. The boy did not have the courage to peek in on the room a second time, so he cautiously returned to his bedchamber as quietly as he could manage. But even beneath his covers, he could not erase the girl's eyes from his memories. Her melancholic red irises, her voice, delicate as a glass sculpture, her pale, almost lifeless skin, her pure white hair. Every singular detail kept him from banishing her image from his mind. Nor could he restrain his heavily pounding heart. What could she be? Oh, there she is. Oh, and the maid as well. Is something the matter? No, I just thought I felt someone watching us. It's only your imagination, I'm sure. It's not your imagination, perhaps some unseen force is watching you. Unseen force? Are you familiar with how people refer to this mansion? Rose Mansion. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, it is called Rose Mansion because you can smell the sweet fragrance of the rose garden, even at a great distance. But that is not what I meant. It is said that a witch resides within the house. A witch? I have not heard any such stories. You probably wouldn't have. It was a very, very long time ago. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. You have a peculiar presence about you. Should I consider that a compliment? It's getting late. You should get some rest. A room has already been set aside for you. First, may I ask you one thing? Yes. I do not believe you have given me your name yet. My name is... Gosh! I don't like it when they don't do that bit. Mel. L. Huh? L? Oh, it's Mel's name was getting called out. Wake up! Get up, Mel! Huh? It's morning? You disappoint me, dearest Mel. It's very much long since morning. I didn't see you at breakfast, so I came to find out what's the matter. What was the matter? I've really been asleep that long? And father is too lenient on you, dearest Mel. Oversleeping is hardly proper behavior for a firstborn son. I know. But before that... Yes, dearest Mel? What are you doing in here? You can't just go prancing into a boy's bedchamber. Leave that to the servants. I did send one for you. You're the one who refused to wake up. Besides, it's not like we're strangers. We used to sleep together all the time. That was long ago. Things are different now. Oh, you're overthinking it, silly. Hey, you gotta respect, his privacy, even if you are siblings. Jeez. Respect his space, Nelly. Now hurry it up. Out of bed, sleepyhead. Alright, I'm getting up. So you can see yourself out. I know, she really is. Oh my, you look awful, dearest Mel. For someone who overslept, you look like you don't get a wink of sleep last night. You think so? You didn't go out of town last night, did you? Naughty boy. I would never. You know that. You squeaked. I don't think I believe you. Yeah, this girl's driving me up the wall. I gotta say, guys. Jeez. I didn't go out last night or anything. I'm tired because you have me playing cards until late, Nelly. Hey, we weren't playing for that long. Besides, look at you. I got up just fine. He didn't have a good sleep. And plus he's peeping or peering into other people who are curious about the commotion on. Anyway, shoo! I can't get dressed with you in here. Fine, I'm leaving. Oh, I almost forgot to do this now. What now? Come on, no need to be mean. I'm sure you'll be quite surprised at the news. Oh? At breakfast, which you missed, Father told us. Told you what? I really want to say. Sounds like you want me out of your room, dearest Mel. Please, Nelly. We got a new maid today from a house we have ties to, supposedly. I've never seen anyone like her before. Supposedly coming from a gold family, she isn't very graceful, and I've never seen her at social gatherings. But that's not the surprising part. Does that maid... She's peculiar. She has a very unusual appearance, that one. Have white hair. What? How do you know that, dearest Mel? Thanks, Nelly. Hey, get back here! Oh, for goodness sakes, what's gone into him? Huh. Yeah, get out of here, Nellie. At the time, the majority of servants at the mansion were men. However, the ladies of the house all had Abigails. So there were several women servants, myself included. Okay, so this is the maid talking again. The maids, by and large, were selected from the daughters of other esteemed families. It was, you could say, a sort of training before they entered society. Oh, really? Huh. The girls would serve at a house even more powerful than their own. And the white-haired girl Mill saw the night before was one such maid. When he heard this, Mill could not sit still any longer. Oh, I didn't really think this through, did I? I didn't even know where she is. I'm guessing she's probably mother's maid. White hair. Must be the girl from last night. But deep down, he was having difficulty believing the woman he had seen the previous night was truly here to be his servant. And can you blame him? When he saw her, she was an absolute mess. Hardly what you would envision from a girl of class. But he did not seek her to find out whether that was true. He merely wanted to see her once more, to ascertain whenever he had witnessed the previous night was real, or his imagination. And he wanted to have an actual conversation with her. I don't want to run Mother, that would be awkward. He was heading towards Mother's bedchambers, but the closer he drew, the heavier each step. He rounded a corner, debating whether or not to head back, and stopped in his tracks. On occasion, wishes do come true. When Mel turned the corner, he saw her. Same girl, same white hair. Oh, so now she's a maid as well. She appeared to be cleaning a hallway. She traced along the wooden carvings lining the wall, making certain not to miss even a speck of dust. The girl wore a pristine dress, the uniform of the mansion's Abigails. There was no longer any filter to obscure her beauty. All that had covered her pure white hair and glass-like skin was no longer. The only thing that had not changed was her listless, ruby eyes. Pardon me. Hearing his footsteps, the young woman raised her head. She caught Mel's gaze and for a brief moment merely blinked at him in silence. Lord Mel, yes? Your father informed me of you. Did he? I guess I don't need to introduce myself then. I believe she made an attempt to smile, though it was difficult to tell. She quickly dropped her gaze back to the floor. Flax and Ruby met only for the briefest moment. She seemed to be looking at both someone and no one at all. Everyone here truly has the most beautiful color of hair. Do you have business with the mistress, Lord Mel? I can let her know if you would like. No, I was looking for you. For me? Mel felt as though all the blood in his body began to flow backwards. He could not effectively describe the sensation, but in a word, it resembled panic. On his way to find her, Mel had come up with a number of subjects he wanted to talk about, and he generally had little trouble speaking with others. He had less experience interacting with women. This is true, but the time he had spent around Nellie had kept him from stumbling too much. Until then. Yes, for you. Why would you be looking for me, Lord Mel? I was wondering how you were doing. Pardon. Oh, she does not look like she likes that. I'm quite fine. Good. That's good to hear. Oh, Mel, what are you even saying? You have more important things to ask, like where she came from. Or to tell her she has pretty hair and eyes. But I don't want to trouble her too much. Lord Mel? Yes. Sorry, you just suddenly fell silent. Was I in your way? In my way? No, not at all. What are you up to? I'm cleaning. Oh, this is kind of awkward. Well, yeah, I didn't even need to ask. You're cleaning. This is really awkward. Could you let the other servants take care of the Oh, you can just let the other servants take care of the cleaning. You're one of the noble's daughters we took in, right? That's why you're... Then why is mother making... No, I'm doing this because I want to. The mistress appeared to be busy and I could not simply be idle. But I enjoy cleaning. Oh, there's a nice smile. Why say so? Say, yesterday? This mansion is truly a thing of beauty. All the many roses in the garden, even the furnishings had a great deal of thought put into it. The family must have a wondrous sense of aesthetic. Oh, yeah, thanks. Did she just change the subject on me? I'm delighted to have been given the opportunity to serve at such a magnificent home. Mother and father actually had nothing to do with that. In the garden. That's all been around since my grandfather's time. This mansion was a complete wreck when he bought it. Oh, was it? Yeah, frankly, surprised he actually paid money for it. The chandelier in the foyer was shattered, only half attached to the ceiling. Most of the decorations on the walls were broken. I can hardly imagine. Oh, thanks to the hydrate. Stretch great. Your sister is gonna get mad you were talking to the maid? Probably. It's gonna be like one of those scenarios where it's like, I'm gonna get rid of the maid. Because I'm jealous that he's talking to the maid more than me. Yeah, Nellie's not gonna be happy. I don't care, she's annoying anyway. This is marvelous, an impressive house. I'm sure he'd be flattered to hear it. I can see that happening, lol, right? My grandfather was a bit of an eccentric. He liked to do things people didn't expect just to watch looks. Whoops, I clicked too quickly there. He was the kind of man who would buy a mansion that was beyond repair just to give it a completely new life. Everyone who had seen the property before it was renovated was astonished. They regretted not taking the opportunity themselves, seeing the transformation it underwent. Huh? I was just thinking that you're kind of like this house. What does he mean by that, though? I mean, yeah, like, what? Well, honestly, Mel, what do you mean by that? I mean, when you first arrived. Oh, never mind, forget it. Oh! Should figure out. You were peeping on her, stupid. She hasn't yet, has she? Yes? I know. It's nothing. The more I think about it, you and the mansion aren't really comparable. Oh. The truth is, you are messing up what you're saying here, Mel. The truth is, being a rundown mess isn't the only reason nobody wanted to buy the house. They say... Whoa, what was that? That all who dwell within the house shall be met with misfortune. Do you believe it? What was that? There was like something dark there for a second. I'm just kidding. It's not actually true. It's all rumors and hearsay, embellished to make the tale more exciting. The rumors only started because of how it used to look. If the mansion truly begot misfortune. I feel like this mansion is something more ominous than we know about. There's something in it. I wouldn't still be here. And it would explain how my grandfather died. And it wouldn't explain how my grandfather died. Do you know how he passed away? No. She just got here, man. No. How did he? Inside a lovely lady. Huh? What does that mean? Well, I'm confused. I'm legit confused. What? Believe it or not, that was how he died, together with a young, beautiful woman. His time out. Okay. His time ran out while he was making love to her, they say. A rather cute way to go. Let's just say he was having sassy times. And, he croaked during that time. Yeah. But he was hardly misfortunate. What did I tell you? Yes. Why would you tell a girl that, by the way? Or like someone you just met? Yes. Just, I promise I didn't inherit my grandfather's propensity for such base behavior. I am pure of body and spirit and dedicated wholly to my studies, so... Hey, she left. My apologies. No, it's fine. Anyway, we're talking about the mansion, right? I always thought it was kind of a strange place myself. A dressing ring was found here after my grandfather brought it. You don't see that kind of design around these parts, so I'm guessing it was probably imported. The architecture is really old-fashioned too, which must have caught Grandfather's eye. When he announced his plans to buy it, the entire family opposed the decision, but he refused to budge. Renovation upon renovation gave the mansion new life, but of all his work, he was most fond of the roses in the garden. He collected species from all across the world, and every time he got a new one, he would summon gardeners to arrange and grow them. It took an incredibly long time to complete. There was even some that wouldn't grow in the climate of his land, but Grandfather refused to give in. He truly loved roses. Me, I don't really get how someone could be so impassioned about them. It's just embarrassing every time someone calls this house Rose Manor. Perhaps the roses were meant for someone. What? I'm simply speculating. Roses make wonderful gifts, after all. Indeed they do. If you like roses as much as Nellie, then you're welcome to go see them for yourself. Pick as many as you would like. If anyone asks, just say I gave you permission. Don't be shy. I'm sure it'll get tiring if all you do is work. No, I'm sensitive to sunlight. Oh, that's unusual. Perhaps that explains why you're so pale. I have no idea. It sounds rough. And your skin is pretty too. So pretty too. You don't seem terribly surprised. Vampire. Maybe she is. Are there vampires in this world? We don't know. Oh no, I'm very surprised. Or would you have preferred a more dramatic response? No, I expect you to find it disturbing. I'm sensitive to sunlight and I can hardly spend any time outside. That makes it sound like some kind of demonic creature. Ah, huh? Oh, you worry too much. There is not a monster in the world less sweet as you. Ah. Yes? Are the other maids teasing you, perhaps? That black-haired one especially, she's... how should I put it? A little frightening. Almost as if she has a steel heart or something. She's impenetrable. Right, she's one of Mother's maids too, isn't she? Nah, I'm even more worried. Since you refused to follow my instructions, you are henceforth Hellspawn. Can't imagine her saying that. Oh, and again. I'm very sorry. No need to apologize. In fact, I wish she laughed more. She's actually very kind to me in everything she does. She does with incredible precision and efficiency. She looks so young, and yet she still has such skill. How long does she have been here in the mansion? Actually, she's been here for quite some time, but I don't know exactly how long. No one knows how old she is. It's kind of creepy. I never considered her, once considered her such. Sorry, right? It's bad manners to speak ill of others. Either way, she still scares me. It's like there's no light in her eyes, or like her smiles are all fake. That doesn't make her any less pretty, though. The conversation died. I had to think of something else to talk about. Yes, you can ask me anything. Does the master, your father, Lord Mel, often retire from the mansion? I have not seen him around. Oh, yes, father frequently returns home. The mansion is actually our secondary house. Why do you ask, though? I was just curious, nothing more. Oh. Yes, what is it? One of the maids asked to see me, so I should be on my way. If you excuse me. What? Alright, I'll see you later then. Goodbye. Oh right, one moment. Since you are so sensitive to the sun, I can pick some roses from time to time for you. But for you to decorate your room. Lord Mal. That's all. Sorry for holding you up. Why am I so bad at this? Why didn't they have umbrellas back then? Actually, I wouldn't even know. She definitely thinks I'm obnoxious. I want to hide you under a rock. I want to reverse time and try this over again. Oh, I should just give her an umbrella or something and go out. Roses are not becoming of me. He is too kind. You have my thanks, Father. And I apologize for being late today. Now, there's something unusual. You're not being punctual. Maybe next time we'll go a whole month without rain. You do have mercy on next year's crops, Mel. You're hyperbolized, Father. So, did something nice happen? Huh? You look like you're in good spirits. Do I? No, nothing. Something did happen, didn't it? It's all in my face, isn't it? He preferred an open book to his face of stone. So it is. People may prefer it, but it's not a good trait to have for social engagements. What? Not the kind of engagements you'll be having anyway. I'm sorry. Don't look so dejected. For now, at least, there's nothing wrong with it. But tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mal? You torment me so, Father. We've taken on another maid. You know how that goes, right? Someone new comes and things get lively for a while. All the excitement has gotten to me, that's all. Oh. Why you look at me like that? No reason. No reason. So, what family does this little lady come from? Oh, I actually don't know. You don't know? I was going to ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has gone home, and I can't speak to Mother. I see. She's caught your eye, hasn't she? Yes, she has. But the truth is, you're more than just interested in her, aren't you? No, You truly do enjoy tormenting me, but I should be getting home now. Well, yes. Make certain you find out where she's from. If you generally were interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you. Thank you, and excuse me. It doesn't matter if she's from an esteemed family or not. No, I'm not in love with her. I'm just interested. This isn't love, so... Man, you're denying it, man. It could be. This isn't me we're talking about. Besides, I hardly even know her. I mean, that's kind of true. You gotta know someone. I mean, I don't know if, like, love actually happens at, like, first sight kind of thing. I mean, I guess there's, like, the honeymoon kind of period. But, I mean, people need to, like, get to know each other better before that, honestly. Kind of made me think of Frozen. Like, where, like, the girl, like, Anna fell in love with the prince, whatever his name was. He wasn't memorable to me. Yeah, I think you gotta know someone before you, like, be like, oh, I really love this person. I mean, there's, like, the honeymoon phase, and then You're like, oh, now I know how this person really is. But it's the same baker as before. I don't think he's moved since then. But he looks skinnier than last time. He's going to have trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have the chance. Alms for the poor, have mercy. Sorry, but this is all I have to give you. Thank you very much. Blessings upon you. May the Lord bless your soul, young sire. Thanks. I feel bad for him. That's just the way of the world. Farewell. The skies are really clear. But, you know, actually in Frozen 2, like, Elsa, like, who was Anna's, like, older sister's, like, yeah, that doesn't really happen if you fall in love with someone, like, the first time. It's like, no, that's not possible. But your sister's like, no, I am. It's like, nah, man. Nah, girl, he's just manipulating you. As was characteristic of the area, cloudy days and rains were frequent during this season, but the sun always takes the stage the day after a storm. The cathedral standing tall in the center of town, the stone-paved streets crackling with the pleasant sounds of footsteps, the people peering out from beneath awnings to look up at the sky. Mel's eyes observed they were blessed by a divine light. However, not everyone living in the same land was equally blessed. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the forsaken. Even in their time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nellie was causing trouble for the Abigails. On a whim, she had decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered the maids, put them to work, shouting orders and demanding and complaints. And she had not only summoned her personal servants, but others as well, including the white-haired girl. I hope she's not going to be mean to the white-haired girl. No, not like that. How many more times must I tell you? Man, girl, Nellie, you gotta learn how to redecorate on your own without servants' help. The tapestry goes by the door. And I don't like the carpet's pattern. Is there anything else we can change it with? Hey, who put this ugly vase here? Nellie appeared to be rather irritated, and it was the servants who bore the brunt of her frustration. Though it was as they found this similarly vexing, none of them showed it. She was a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Women of the Golden Age were vivacious. Fact that it inspired parody and satire in foreign countries. But no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nellie been born a generation earlier or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. That day, however, Nellie did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it rarely went beyond being childishly adorable. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face. Ugh, get rid of it all! The carpet, the chairs, the desk, it's all so ugly. Don't we have anything better? Man, what a spoiled brat. If we don't, then order it. Have it made. It really is. If we don't, then order it. You can't do that much, can't you? Hurry up and replace them. Having only arrived that morning, the white-haired girl wasn't sure what she was supposed to be doing. Caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric, she chased frantically scrambling Abigails with her eyes, made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting in their way. She probably felt that everyone would be better off with her not in the room. So when the maids ordered to get new furniture made their way out of Nellie's room, she attempted to follow them. You, hold on a second. You. Yes, you, with the white hair. However, Nellie stopped her before she could take her leave. Oh. The white-haired girl turned back, bewildered to find Nellie smiling at her. The corner of her mouth turned into a self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they looked nice under the light of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl. I wanted to talk to you, actually. But Mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it. Trade? You mean for... Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because then I would need some extra hands. But why? Because Mother and Father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you exactly? Where did you come from? Tell me, what house are you from? Why can't you tell me? If we took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, I have the right to know. Do I not? And she prying into her business. I know this is not gonna go good, Grape. Man, she's prying. She's being annoying. You can expect a new weapon girl into my home who won't even tell me where she came from. I don't know anything about you. I haven't seen you at any parties. I came from another country. Another country? What country? Somewhere very, very far away. Oh, north of here, east, west, south? South. It's south of here. I crossed the sea to get here, which is why we never met you before. How far did you have to travel then? How many times did the sun rise, and how many stormy nights did you face? Innumerable days and nights we sailed, heading even further north. So tell me. Lady Nellie, that is the most wonderful painting. She just tried to brush me off. I won't let her get away that easy. Painting? It is in my room, so of course it's wonderful. But that one especially so. You're both so adorable, you, Lady Nellie, and Lord Mel. How old were you when it was painted? Huh? Ah, that painting, goodness, yes, you have a good eye for art. It's magnificent, isn't it? I think she got her distracted. Possibly. This was done when I was 4 and Mel was 7. You see how we're standing next to each other holding hands? I was too young to remember it very well, but Mel looks like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues makes for a boring painting. Mel explained brightly. Having completely forgotten she was pressed up against a white-haired girl, she did a little twirl, stopping to face the portrait. The many paintings lined the walls of her room. Nellie was most fond of this one, of her and her brother. 2 darling siblings standing side by side, the older brother smiling kindly, and the younger sister sweetly tilting her head, her cheeks the color of fresh-picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of their happiness. A painting lays its subjects bare, you know, fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrow, enshrined on canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the point in time it was made, either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs, which capture a single moment. The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still while a painting moves. Portraits reveal both the past and present state of those they depict. Mel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him, and he would teach me about all sorts of things. He's so smart. And nowadays, Mel even goes on walks with me, making excuses like I'm an adult now. But we used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden. I see. White-haired girl normally had difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curled upward as Nellie reminisced. A vision of the 2 happy siblings had probably sold up in her mind. And I imagine there was a faint trace of envy in her heart as well. Lady Nellie, you loved Lord Mel quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. Mel's smart, and he's studious, and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got from famous because even the royal family makes commission from their shop. So you had to order it in months in advance. Just for me. Oh! Thanks for the follow, live chandelier. He's a prince. Oh? He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? She's very weird when it comes to her brother. You know, you're right about that, Grape. She is very weird. I feel like she's a bit... She thinks too much, or like... what do you call it? She's just very in love with her brother. I don't think she's attracted to anyone else, to be honest. And she keeps calling him a prince, too. Like, I didn't think it was too bad when it was like they were children, but now it's kind of like you're getting older. And it's like, prince and princess. I don't know. It's pretty charming what you say. So I call him my prince. He seems like she's a bit possessive, I feel. But you know what? Mel's a terrible dancer, and he still hasn't got his... Yeah, he still hasn't gotten his feet on the ground yet. He's so bad at interacting with girls. There's no one else who would say that about him. He's quite the gentleman. I assumed a woman would be drawn to him. Gentleman? Have you met Mel before? This morning, briefly. That reminds me, Mel seems to know about her, too. What do you think about Mel? As I said, he's a gentleman. That's not what I mean. Don't think I'll let you get away with putting any fun ideas in her head. What is she on about? What the? So I feel like she's getting a little bit jealous or something here. What? Mel is too trusting. He's pure of heart, so I won't stand for you trying to take advantage of him. I would never. So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. Ew. This girl, I swear. I wouldn't dream of it, Lady Nellie. He is a man far beyond my reach. You aren't planning on doing anything, are you? Not at all. And you won't do any Look! See, romantic feelings, too. What? Well, do you? I have no romantic feelings for him, Lady Nellie. You won't develop any? What about your brother? Why are you getting mad at her? She just started working here, Nellie. Jeez. I will not. And with that, Nellie gave a wide, satisfied grin. Even though no one had no one saying how one another truly feels, or how they might in the future. Hey, you wouldn't, would you? Now that I think about it, there are plenty of other boys. You getting together with Mel is downright absurd. Indeed. But anyway, well, you're gonna go be in for a surprise, Nellie, because Mel's kind of interested in her. But then I would say he would have to get to know her before he fully is like, oh yeah, I'm in love with this girl. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier, your family. I almost forgot. She's not comfortable about talking about it, okay? So stop. You haven't told me exactly where you came from or anything about your... Lady Nellie, I brought a new carpet. Just look at the embroidery. The work of a true artisan. I'm simply in love with it. Surely you'll find it to your liking as well. Ah, you're right. That's a Florentine stitch, isn't it? I wonder whenever someone's mimicked the style or it was imported. Either way, a great find. Let's hurry up and get it laid out. Oh, and we'll have to see how the colors go with everything else. I'll have to finish redecorating quickly so I can show Mel. He'll be so surprised. Is she just doing it to, like, get the attention of Mel? A wonderful taste you have, Nellie. Oh, so she's thinking that Mel's gonna say that to her. The other Abigail's return, so too did the bustle within Nellie's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile crossed her face. Perhaps it was a relief at having escaped Nellie's inquisition. Or perhaps... Ah, Nellie, I'm back. Did you eat something? You're not supposed to, dearest Mel. You're usually cheerful. I'm the same as always. Anyway, never mind that, dearest Mel. Take a look at my room. I redecorated today. So that's why you've been hiding in the house all day, Nellie. How is it any different from what you were doing? You were in the church all day. I guess. I will look at your room, I promise. But first, do you know where the new maid is? Now, don't get any strange ideas. Let's see, I just haven't yet had a chance to introduce myself. And I thought I should as a member of the family. Except you have, and I know it. Being the eldest son, it would be shameful if she were to pass me in the halls not even knowing who I am, so don't ask me. But you were in the house all day. She tends to mother, so why would I know where she is? You just talked to her. Though, she did help redecorate my room. You made her help. That's work for the men servants. There was no reason to make the maids do it. So, you're saying I should invite a bunch of men into my room? I go into your room all the time, Nellie. And you were in my bedchamber just this morning. Only one man is allowed in my bedroom, dearest Mel, and that is you. So unless you become a servant, which I will not stand for, I will not ask any of them for help. Oh, Nellie, you ought to be a little more... A little more what? If you're going to lecture me, I won't hear it. What am I going to do with you, my little lady? What? Why are you looking at me like that? We talked about you, dearest Mel. And I'm not going to tell you what she said. About me? What did she say? Please, Nellie. She said she has no romantic interest in you. Why didn't you even come up? You guys are both girls. We talk about things, what kind of boys we like, and who's the most handsome. Why do you look so downtrodden, dearest Mel? Look like a sad little boy who couldn't get his crush to notice him. That face is unbecoming of a prince, Mel. Oh my god! This girl! Yeah, she has red flags. Are you interested in her? That's strange, you haven't even met. Damn this girl. I'm not gonna... She's ruining it. She's kind of messed up, I'm not gonna lie. Jelly! Jelly! Yeah, it is red flags. It's just depressing if I help someone you never met doesn't like you. That's all. If I'm going to make my move, I must do so soon. I don't have much time. The master of the house isn't around, so next in line would be him. The painting. What's she talking about? Despite his near devastation by Nellie's news, Mel's flaxen eyes continued to wander in hopes of catching sight of the girl. By now it should be quite obvious to you what Mel was feeling, but the boy himself was having difficulty comprehending the things going through his heart. Emotionally, he was horribly unstable, like a ship without a sail. And still, every time he spotted the white-haired girl, his heart would leap. His whole body jittered with anxiety and excitement. He never felt anything like this before, and as such, he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw an opportunity, Mel would speak to the white-haired girl. And days he was unable to. He either spent in secluded silence or distracted days. Love is a curious thing. It has the power to change those who experience it. When did he manage to approach her? He tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine if you take him to see a romance at the theater in his present state, he would just cry just as much as little Nellie. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallels with our own lives. At least that is what I think. Great tales of romance attain true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. In any event, the white-haired girl was, as a result of this, visibly perturbed. She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do, as he clumsily capulated words and stares at hers. But Mel did not back down, though he probably knew not what caused such a fiery emotion to erupt from within his breast. One's first love, his in particular, tends to burn like a wildfire. Are you familiar with the sensation, Master? Oh. There she is. Is she cleaning? No, looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Boo! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Lord Mel, you very clearly meant to scare me. Because you just wouldn't notice me. What are you reading? You look pretty and gross. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked for permission. It's fine. No need to apologize. Feel free to read whenever you want. And you're welcome to bring books back to your room if you'd like to spend more time with them. But I was just amazed that the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all these books. These are some pretty old books in here, too. Your grandfather's? Some that he collected, and some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's a diary, but it's not from his country. Or this century, for that matter. Maybe a feudal lord? Here, he's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can his forsaken land only produce over-sour grapes? If only the largest of the Barney, or maybe Barnier? Hey, grapes. They talked about grapes. If only a large the Barnier estates were mine instead. If only a large the Barnier, the land there is much more suitable to cultivate. There you have it. Bum, bum, bum. You can read this, Lord Mel? More or less. I overlooked it several times already, so that wasn't too difficult. Why would such an old book be here? I'm not sure. It and all of this were already here when I moved into the mansion. Have you not lived here your whole life? I was born at our estate, but to me and Nellie, this is more like our home. We moved when we were still young, and we lived here ever since. Father, though, often goes back to the house because he does not like all the roses. By himself? Yeah, well, sometimes Mother goes with him. But for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. It almost makes me sick having to watch it. It is a wonderful thing to be so close, no matter how old they may be. True, but still, there are those in the world who cannot be with the ones they care for as much as they may wish. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right, the book. What were you reading? I wasn't exactly reading. I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures. Is that so? You seem very cultured, thought you'd be partial to reading. Yes. I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures? I do. What else do you like? What? What do you mean? What do you enjoy doing? Can't be anything. I enjoy being told stories. Stories? Yes, when I was young, my father would tell me tales. What kind of stories do you like? There was one about an imprisoned girl. Tell it to me. Oh, story time! There was once a girl, and she was locked away in a mansion deep in the forest. A mansion with only one window. But the window sat high upon the wall, far beyond her reach, so it was always very dark inside, unlike this mansion. However, the girl did not like the outside world. There was a lot of scary things out there after all. Though she may have been all alone in the mansion, she grew comfortable with the darkness in time, so she had nothing to be afraid of. And then, am I doing a good job? You're doing fine. Keep going. What happens next? Okay. And then the girl grew up. By then, she had already forgotten why she was locked up, but she was content with the darkness. Her eyes couldn't help but be drawn to the little bit of light that spilled through the one window. Though she was comfortable in the darkness, the sight of the light made her heart race. At first, the girl thought it was because she found it unpleasant, because she disliked the light and the outside. But slowly she came to realize that she was curious about the outside world. Man, that's kind of sad. Like you're just stuck in this one room with a one window. What could be happening out there? For all she knew, the town, the forest, the people, all of it could change while she was imprisoned in the mansion. She had no way of finding out. So the girl decided to write letters and throw them out the window. What began as an empty grasping between routine continued for several months until she was finally ready to give up. Then a beautiful white dove flew in through the window, tied to the dove's leg with a letter. Oh. Her heart racing, she read the words contained within. It seemed to have been written by a man. The letter contained numerous questions for the girl. She also said that if she attached her reply to the dove, it would bring the letter back to him. She was astonished, but she wrote him back anyway, taking care not to mention where she was. Jeez. And having exchanged letters a number of times, the two felt very close to one another, as though if they'd known each other for many years despite having never met. And eventually the man said he wanted to meet her. Indeed, the girl wasn't sure what to do. Should she tell him of how she lived? Should she reveal where she spent her days? She was afraid if she did, he would cease to send her letters. She was sure he believed her to be a young lady of noble blood, and not a girl locked away in a house deep in the forest. The girl could not bring herself to write a response. She released the dove through the window with nothing attached to its leg. Yet it returned with another letter, written in a man's familiar hand. You must surely have a grave reason for your sons, it said. I would like to know the reason. I would like to help you, no matter what it may be. You have my word. She deliberated. Though his letters were kind, she did not know this man. He was from the outside. Would he still treat her the same way when he met her? And did she even want to step out into the world beyond? What do you think she did? Wrote a letter and agreed to meet her, right? Yes, she did. The girl made up her mind she would write a letter. As always, when she tied it to the dove's leg, it flew off out of the window. For some time after that, she received no response from the man. This saddened her, but she thought it was for the best. She belonged in her own confined world, her world of darkness. But then one day, light shone into the mansion. The sealed door had been opened, and in the doorway stood a handsome young man. I have come for you, he said. The man was a prince from a neighboring kingdom. When the girl stepped outside, before her sat a magnificent carriage, the likes of which she had never seen before, or never been before seen, accompanied by many servants. The prince, kind as in the letters, swore his love to her, and the two lived happily ever after. Aww. What a nice story. I'm glad it had a happy ending. A prince. Was there something funny about the story? No, that's not why I was laughing. Do you ever imagine what it'd be like if a prince showed up for you? Huh? It doesn't have to be a real prince. Even just someone like one. Is that something you dreamed about? Oh, no. I think I'm perhaps a little too old for that. I think so. Nellie still fantasizes about her prince and she's 14. I just assumed all girls were the same. Lady Nellie's prince. That's you, Lord Melnow. What? Is it not? I mean, we used to play make-believe a lot when we were kids, but I very doubt she still thinks of me that way in earnest. She calls me her prince now, it's mostly in jest. I know, right? Oh, jeez. If it weren't, that would be concerning. Oh? That story. Do you know if it's a regional tale? One that's been passed down through the ages? I am not sure. could have been very well of my own father's own creation. Might think me conceited, but I think the story might be about me. The girl trapped in the mansion is you? You haven't been locked up anywhere before, have you? No, thankfully. I've never been locked up before. Thank goodness. But with an appearance like mine, I can sympathize with being afraid of the outside world. I have at times imagined how wonderful life would be if it were only me and my father. The girl left the house in the end. If her father really wrote the story, I believe it contains hope for you to end up the same way. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I'm a bit concerned with Nellie because I think she calls it not in just like joking or jest when she calls him my prince. I mean her brother. So yeah, I think it is a bit concerning when she calls him my prince. My brother's my prince. I don't have what it takes to be a real prince in Whiskey Way, but I can at least pretend. So, if it was your father's wish for you to see the outside world, then surely there's nothing wrong with you getting out and experience all the scenery the world has to offer. I want to see the outside world too. Or to be more specific, other countries. So, if we'd like, could maybe go see the distant lands together. I'm guessing who just came up is Nellie. Yep. Called it. Oh, dearest Mel. Get out of here. Ugh. Get out of here, Nellie. I don't want to hear. Oh, dearest Mel, I've been looking all over for you. I know, right? Nellie. Look at this, dearest Mel. Mother brought me these wonderful gloves to wear on walks. She's just trying to constantly, like... I will, Grape. Oh, no thanks to the hydrate and stretch. She's tricking. Ugh, God. This girl rather annoys me quite a bit. The price is bright. She always wants to show everything to her brother as well. Like, there's nothing wrong with showing off your stuff, but, like, to an extent where you're kind of, like, possessive about your brother and calling him my prince all the time. No. The braces embroidered on the wrists are just precious. Oh my. Ugh. You're right. They are beautiful. Yeah, she sure is. She just was hunting down, where they were. You appear to be dizzy, my Lord Mel. Are you feeling unwell? No one's like jelly people. Nah. No. No, I'm fine. I know, I agree with that, Grape. Nellie, you come at the worst times, I swear. Mel was feeling frustrated as an inability to convey his feelings to her. At least he's trying, like, and he's not pushing too hard on the white-haired girl. As his frustration built over time, he developed, I suppose you could say, a severe case of lovesickness. Oh, he's lovesick. For several consecutive nights, he had been afflicted with a peculiar sensation. A presence in his bedchamber. Oh. Death? Death to the unholy one. What the? Death to the heretic. Death to the witch. What is going on? Kill XXX. I don't know why, but that just gave me chills right now. Man's voice. Jeez. Wait. We're looking back at the single window. Yeah, this got dark. Why? I never wanted her to die. Was she not eating? Men's voice too. Seal off the tower. Understood no one finds out about this. How can you be so calm? Don't you understand what you've done? Pinning the blame on me. How nice it must be to be able to distort reality with panic. You're just as guilty as any of us. I never wanted her to die. The witch killed her. But the blood of the witch killed my... whatever that is. Oh, God. Uh, a dream? What was a dream? It was horribly unsettling. I was holding someone, a girl I cared for deeply in my arms, and she was limp. It was almost as if she were dead. I've been having a lot of unpleasant dreams lately. I can't stop shaking. Why would I have such a dream? I feel sick. I can sleep. But I wonder, who was that girl? I can sense someone standing beyond my door. Someone there. It's like they're watching me. Is it just my imagination? I can't move. Oh, it's like sleep paralysis? What do you want? Go away. The sound is growing fainter. Oh. Well, it got all like mysterious and scary. You used to get that before? Oh, really? Yikes. I can't imagine it. I haven't ever had such a thing. What? Is that truly what your story meant, Father? Your mind is awake, but body can't move. Oh. That sounds scary. But such a magnificent garden. Something we could never have had. Are my intentions misguided? What a beautiful white rose. Oh, this music kind of got really unsettling. Oh, whoa, that art though. That is, wow. I gotta say, oh, it's at night. It's not in the early morning. It's really pretty though, I gotta say. You know, you could have sneaked in his room easily then. Wait, so the white-haired girl was outside his, room? No one was watching. This maid's interesting. How long have you... Oh, you needn't pay me any mind. I shall not condemn you no matter what you might do. Rather, I am on your side. I was not going to do anything. Oh, is that so? Then perhaps you're out for a late night stroll. I imagine you were having less difficulties going outside at night. I beg your pardon. I will return to the mansion immediately. Oh yes, that reminds me. It's also the middle of the night when the grocer's servant broke into their safe. News of that spread quite far. I'm sure you would have heard about it. Oh? Although, was Gamash imprisoned? Dear me, I'm having trouble remembering. But worry not. If you wish for it, the mansion shall provide. You are in no danger whatsoever of getting caught. Getting caught with what? You said that the witch lives in the mansion, did you not? I did. Does that sound perhaps a bit archaic to you? No. I believe those rumors mockingly refer to me. Oh my. I have been accused of being a witch before, which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. I simply have an unusual appearance. Whoa. What the? Why did it just turn red? Huh? My, what a lovely shade of red. The rose. It's possible. Something the matter. This rose. The rose is white. Until I took it in my hand. Is that so? I feel like the maid knows something about her. I apologize, I must sound mad. I'm sure I was just mistaken. Couldn't possibly have changed. I wonder. Yes? Did the girl locked in the mansion become a princess? What? We should lock up and head to bed. Make sure all the shutters are closed nice and tight, and then draw the bar on the front door. Interesting. Slowly but surely, time checked. I'm very intrigued about this story. Time checked onward. Everyone worked toward their own individual goals. Each early summer breeze. I haven't saved for a while. Let's save. So only time could be stopped, and this beautiful era made to live on through eternity. As usual, Mel's eyes chased after the white-haired girl, and Nellie pursed her lips in frustration at him. But she was still rather docile. Even taking into account how self-centered she behaved, how fickle her temper, Nellie's fits were still no worse than a playful kitten. See? At that very moment, our lively little feline had her claws poised to swat at the flaxen young man. Jeez. Flaxen-haired young man. Mel, you promised me, or have you forgotten? I haven't forgotten. I was just asking if we could go another day. Another day? This isn't something that happens every day. I've been looking forward to tonight's performance for so long. There's nothing I can do about that. We're having a gathering at the priest's home tonight. Several high-ranking officials have come from the mainland just for this. Who cares? I care. You know, Nellie, it doesn't have to be me who goes with you. No, I want to go with you, Mel. You've been so distant lately, dearest Mel. You're free to do anything with me. That's not true. Tell me, if you can't go today, when can you? When will you be willing to go out with me? When you will be willing to play cards with me, to have tea together? I can't make any promises. I have things to do, obligations. And Nellie, you're almost an adult yourself. Stop acting like such a child. I'm not an adult yet, I'm still a kid. If it means that I don't get to play with you anymore, dearest Mel, then I don't want to be an adult. Nellie, you can't. Lady Nellie, the master wishes to speak with you. Huh? Father does. What does he want? Go on, Nellie, you can't make Father wait. He's very particular about people keeping their appointments. Yes, he is, unlike you, dearest Mel. Ugh, finally got rid of her. What's got her in such a foul mood? Oh, thank goodness there's so many girls. Nellie just won't seem to take me at my word lately. You mustn't be so harsh on her. She's your one and only darling little sister. You're right, but still, she's taking it a bit too far of late. That means it's loud for me again. Oh, I am not so sure. You don't seem to be behaving any differently to me. Am I the only one acting differently then? Well, enough about that. Can I ask you a favor? Me? What can I do for you? I was thinking. Physically, Mel was undeniably a young man, but that smirk that crossed his lips at his scheme gave his face the sweet look of a little boy. Or perhaps that was simply part of his charm, and it was not the age disparity, but his character that made him smile so heartwarming. What did he ask of me? You shall find out soon enough. Oh, so you're gonna, kind of have a little, secret there, huh, maid? I want to know! Cloudy. Oh, thank goodness for that. Too, though, it would be even better if it were even darker out. I believe the textile shop was around here. Hi there. Lord Mel. Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, what a surprise. Not really a surprise. I'm pretty sure he knew where she was going, to be honest. So, what do you say we take our chance and go for a little walk? Since you're so sensitive to sunlight, we can keep our eyes out for shadowy areas. Oh, thanks for the look for you! You're so sensitive to sunlight, we can keep our eyes out for shadow areas as we go. Oh yes, I got an emote. A grilled fish emote. Actually, I had that one a while ago that Yami made. So I was like, oh, I should put that on. So I put it on yesterday. And if you feel unwell, just let me know. I was sent out to run an errand. Don't worry about that. Come follow me. What is a textile shop? What's a textile shop? I gotta look at this. What is a textile shop? Oh, it's just for clothes. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. It actually wasn't an accident we crossed paths. See, I knew it! I planned this out ahead of time. I asked to have you sent out on a faked errand. I don't know, but is that kind of weird, though? To, like, do that? He's like, I'm always on alert back at the mansion. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd be a little bit uncomfortable. Can't relax in my own house. It's actually kind of funny. Sorry, that was inappropriate of me. I just thought, since the sun's mostly blocked out, it'd be alright if... I'm feeling just fine. Ah. Well, this is our... of course. I get it all of a sudden. I can't even think of anything to say. Hey, yes? Have you settled in to life at the mansion? I have. Everyone has been such a big help. That's good to hear. Indeed. Yes. Nellie told me she had you help redecorate your room some time ago. Yes, that was shortly after I arrived. What of it? Yeah, that day Nellie told me you don't... I don't... Never mind, sorry, it's not important. It is important, but I can't just ask how she feels about me. I make it sound like I do, don't I? Lord Mel? Oh, sorry, had something on my mind. Looks like it might rain again today. Weather usually gets better as summer approaches, not worse like it has been. It won't be a heavy storm though. No? The wind is too gentle. You can tell from that. Vaguely, but yes. That's impressive. I often leave the house unprepared, only to find myself sloshing back in the rain. You laugh a lot more than you used to. Do I? Yeah, and I like that. You look better with a smile on your face. I feel like with this music, I'm kind of in a saloon. Or with the piano. But not at the same time because of the singing. My smile suits Lady Nellie more than I thought. More than I. What, her smile and your smile are completely different. Of course you would say that. Also, a smile suits you as well, Lord Mel. Do you really think so? What am I supposed to do in the face of a smile like that? Oh, yes. Knowing her, if I ask if I'm imposing, she'll say no without hesitation. Trying to cover myself isn't going to get me anywhere. Hold on a second. I never did get you those flowers like I promised. There's a single white rose blooming in the garden. I was planning to give it to you, but it disappeared before I had to give it the chance. Walnut! Thanks for the head pat and stretch and hydrate. What's up? How you doing? I was planning to give it to you, but it disappeared before I had the chance. So, oh, she knows about that. She grabbed it. Oh, yeah, the game's interesting so far. I'm playing like a visual novel called The House in Fata Morgana. And so far, we mostly had this like dialogue of Mel and the white-haired girl. I don't know her name yet. But also, Mel has a sister named Nellie who's quite jealous of their interaction. And I think, yeah, she always wants to kind of interfere in what they're doing, or like if they're talking or interacting, she's like, even Nellie asked her, it's like, oh, do you like, interested in Mel? It's like, oh, not really. Wait, feed you to a clown. Oh. But yeah, so Mel's like interested in her. But now he kind of was like, oh, I made you go on a fake like errand, like told you to like, or made someone like tell her to go on a fake errand so he could hang out with her. But I think it's a little bit uncomfortable for her. Oh, the art style, right? Yeah, it's really nice. Some of the like, what do you call it? The illustrations or like the cinematic bit is really pretty in this game, by the way. There was like with the girl in white, the girl with the white hair was like holding a beautiful like white rose like in the moonlight with like the other maid in the background and like in the garden. So pretty. That was the past Pupanda. Oh, there, Walnut. So I'd like you to have this. It's not a real rose, but it won't wilt either. Wait, Walnut, did you see my new email? Or my email I put in? Look. I'm gonna put it in 3 times. There you go. I can't remember if you saw it. Oh, it just blacked out. Hold on, where did it go? There it is. Correction, the clown did. It was, I imagine, made by the same craftsman from whom Mel had ordered Nellie's birthday necklace. The young man who, but a handful of days earlier, had said he had no sweetheart, had come in to commission a present for a girl. Right? Yeah, Yami made that one a while ago. So I had it ready already, like, put in. I was like, oh yeah, like, why didn't I put this in yet? The master of the shop must have been quite surprised. The master, let's see, or perhaps it had given him a good laugh instead. It's for the moment that he so desperately sought for time together with the white-haired girl. I don't know what you like, so I had to base it on my sister's taste. My apologies, I cannot accept this. Is the design not to your liking? And who handed me to him? No, I just... If you're concerned about how much I paid for it, don't be. I just want you to have it, that's all. Please. Why are you so kind to me? Why, because... I'm sorry, I can't accept this. A clear glint of flustered panic was visible in her red eyes. There is not a girl in the world whose heart would not flutter at the sight of a sparkling rose accessory, but her reaction was far from delight. As a matter of fact, there were traces of fear and apprehension in her countenance. I beg your pardon. Hold on! With a look of distress on her face, the white-haired girl made her run off, but Mel grabbed her arm in the nick of time. At least tell me why. Is it because you dislike me? I never said. Something's wrong with me. The day you arrived at the mansion, it's like I haven't been myself. I've been strangely aflutter ever since then. Whenever I try to study or whenever I try to read, none of it sticks. I'm just looking at pages of text, tracing rows of letters only for them to disappear as soon as I look away. It's all because of you. I truly am sorry. Please, don't be any more generous than you already have. When I'm with you, my willpower wavers. What do you mean by that? I'm so sorry. Oh, different pose. Wait. Mel's grip loosened for a moment, allowing her to slip free and dart off like a gust of wind, not giving him a chance to stop her for a second time. The dumbfounded flaxen-haired boy stood frozen in place, all by himself. The breeze, which the white-haired girl called gentle earlier, felt faintly chilly, almost as if mocking him. It looks like she's even less fond of me than I thought. God, I'm crying. I'm pathetic. The priest. Well, if it isn't Mel, what might you be? Are you crying? I'm so pitiful. Sorry you had to see this. Think nothing of it. I passed by a girl just a few moments ago. She appeared to be rather distressed as well. Something happened between the two of you. I wasn't good enough, it seems. Not good enough? That was the new maid I was telling you about before. I was, like you said, Father, I was keen on her quite enough to bring me to tears like a miserable child. But she rejected me. I don't even have what it takes to be a stand-in prince. Mel. I apologize for complaining to you about this. I'm completely hopeless. Mel. Please don't try to cheer me up. I don't need sympathy. No, Mel, listen to me. What? I've seen that girl before. What do you mean? But, you said she was a servant at your house, right? In which case, if she is, please tell me, Father, where did you see her? Why must you be so evasive? It was probably someone else. Someone else? You're saying you mistook someone who stands out as much as her? Father. She and a man whom I assume is her father paid a visit to the church once. They came asking for food, their clothes in tatters. The two were emancipated. I don't think they were eating daily. This music is so heavy, it's good, right? Yeah, I think the music really does well to, like, put, like, the feeling and, like, in the scene, like, the emotion of what, like, he's feeling, like Mel is. Very well done. They came asking for food, their clothes in tatters, the two were emancipated. I don't think they were eating daily. What? Wait a minute, are you saying she's a beggar? But Father said she came from a esteemed house, which is why I said I might be mistaken, Mel. She had a singular aspect, but it's possible there's another girl who looks similar. Deep down, though, the priest surely believed the opposite. And so he had certainly liked teacher to a pupil, but you must be absolutely certain Mel understood. You cannot proceed any further without knowing her ancestry. That was a past escape you did. May I visit the church, Father? By all means. In the back of Mel's mind, a vision of the night at the storm. The night the white-haired girl arrived at the mansion was surely replaying. She was wearing little more than rags and covered in grime. Hardly the appearance of a respectable young lady of class. Have I been putting through unnecessary stress? If she actually turns up being nameless to be rankless, no matter where she comes from, my heart is decided. I will not fool myself about how I feel any longer. No, I cannot fool myself. But how does she feel? What will everyone else think? I have to find out why she was welcomed to our house. I'll ask mother or father. No. If for some reason I don't know if she's an aristocratic, I better off not saying anything. But if they don't, then does that mean she's been lying to us and to them? I have to find out. This time, I must get answers. I guess sometimes, like, some answers are best left, like, unfound or, like, untouched, but I don't know. No, absolutely not. You come back, and the first thing you say is that? I hate you, Father. I will not stand for this. Why? Why would you suddenly throw that on me? You didn't even ask for my opinion. No, I won't do it. I'm fine the way things are. Just fine. Oh, she's getting flustered. Or upset. Dear Smell. Dear help. I don't. I wonder what her father told her. Oh, she's getting married. I mean, in that time, day and age, they would kind of force, aristocratic women or, like, get married. Or even girls, which sucked. Don't agree with that. This may be sudden, but I must confess that I made a grave mistake. My transgression is that I'm unable to completely predict where this path we were traveling led. My hands were full dealing with my immediate day-to-day tasks, so I could not do not but pray there was happiness waiting in that future. Happiness for everyone who lived within Rose Manor. But I am but a mere maid. There are limits to what I'm allowed to do. And furthermore, it was not my place to offer her my hand. Roads such as one we were following have a way of diverging with little warning. Oh, so do I have to make choices here then? If you're not turning their wheel exactly right, the sudden forks may end up somewhere horribly off course. I was well aware of that fact. Which is why I thought that what I did was for the best. It's happening again. I made sure the door was closed, but I can sense someone standing there. Someone watching me. Footsteps. They're looking down at me? I want to open my eyes, but I can't do it. Curses. You're just going to leave without doing anything, aren't you? Then hurry up and get out of here. Free me from this torture. Tonight there. My bed looking down at me. My neck. What? I can't speak, I can't move. Hands. Soft breath. What? Why? I can move my body, but that's something important. That's not important right now. Whoa. Now there's the white-haired girl. Why is she here? Yeah. You smell of roses. The scent of a world far removed from ours. He made to gasp at the sight before him, only to realize he could not. Pressure where cold fingertips wrapped around his throat robbed him almost entirely of the ability to breathe. Why? He silently mouthed the word. From that moment, her melancholic ruby eyes were focused wholly on the flaxen-haired young man. In them glowed a faint flicker of willpower and continuously burning agitation that roused her to action. I told you, stop being kind to me. Is she gonna kill him? Why? Or is she just threatening him? Is she healing him? It will be all over soon. Please don't make any noise. Why? To put an end to this family, you are my only... Why? Why are you shaking? Why? Upon hearing Mel's words, the strength drained from her slender fingers. He had not been questioning why she would do such a thing. There was a coarser trace of bewilderment visible in his eyes. But he did not shout, nor did he tremble in fear. Instead, expressed concern for the young woman, like a cornered rabbit. I'm not shaking. You are. I can see it. As he slowly regained his breath, Mel's voice grew clearer. Conversely, the red-eyed girl's grew progressively more faint and raspy. You're not doing this because you would generally want to. There's some other reason. This is what I desire. Have you been to my room before? You have. I'm sorry. Well, I'll be damned. Tell me, why are you shaking? You're not putting any pressure on my neck. Why haven't you run? Because I cannot fathom why you would do this, so I'm not afraid. Do you hate me so deeply you want me dead? Do you despise me to the point you'd be willing to take my life with your own hands? No, I don't. See, like I said, there's another reason. If it isn't because you detest me, then tell me why it isn't. I'm so sorry. I will leave your room now. I do best not to bother you any further, so please forget anything ever happened. You think I'm just gonna say okay and let you go? Why can't you tell me the reason? I'm sorry. Alright, then I'll try and guess. What? It has something to do with your lineage. You're troubled by it somehow, am I right? I thought so. How do you know about that? The priest at the church told me he had seen you before. He also told me a little about your origin. But that's all I know. The only difference between us is social rank. I don't know what would cause you to do this. Please tell me who you really are. Tell me you hide in this mansion and why father allowed you to be a maid. I haven't said anything to mother or father. If you're hiding the truth from them, they still don't know. But I want to. I won't get mad at you or have you punished. I even swear to God if you'd like. I want to be the prince who whisked you away. I want to be like the prince who rescued a girl from the dark mansion and showed her the world. I know I'm not that dependable, but I want to help you. Why do you show me such compassion? Why do you treat me like this? I have my hand around your neck. Well, I thought it would be obvious. Or have I not expressed myself well enough? I love you. Oh, wow. Every time you push away, it crushes me. I don't even know my heart could feel such distress. If you dislike me and don't want to be with me, then well, I'll just have to live with that. As much as it may hurt. But if you have some other reasons, some weight on your shoulders that you can't share with anyone else, tell me. I want to help you. There are other options. Things we can do about your... No, that's not it. Huh? I tried to hate you so many times. Yes, there's more to it, more than just social status. But I can't do it. I couldn't make myself do it. What do you mean? I had so many chances, but I couldn't do anything. She spoke in a stifled voice, as if every word had to fight to escape her lips. She appeared so fragile, so precarious, looking down on him, that it seemed as though if a gust of wind whisked the room, it would blow her away completely. Pale fingers were trembling like she had tried to squeeze again and failed. However, her hand did not pull away from his still slender neck. Her hand is so cold. He did not challenge her, but simply kept his eyes affixed on hers, as if carefully watching to see what she would do next. I'll say it as many times as I must. I love you. And I wouldn't be able to accept losing you without knowing anything. So please tell me the reason. I'll see to it that you're taken care of. Those are the words the man's of means, Lord Mal. Someone blessed enough to have pity for others. You are a foolish young man. You know nothing. But the greatest fool of all is myself. If you agree to punish me, I will talk. Tell me. Her long white hair and his soft flaxen hair touched. Just the briefest of moments, it appeared in the dark as though they had been fused together. The white-haired girl finally gathered the courage, beginning to slowly tell her tale. On the night of the storm, I paid a visit to Rose Manor, this mansion. My father and I were always on the move, traveling through the land by foot, so it was only recently that we heard rumors of Rose Manor. There are several reasons we couldn't stay in one place. First is my initial appearance. People often find that the color of my skin or eyes disconcerting. So, after living in one place for long enough, unsettling rumors begin to spread, forcing us to leave. Another reason was my father's line of work. He painted pictures for a living. But he had trouble finding a patron, so he had to work day to day. When he no longer able to find work, he was no longer able to find work in the city, we would move. We were birds that migrated without a flock. When we arrived at this town, my father was exhausted and weak. That's when we learned of Rose Manor and the family who dwelled within it. Rose is a name my father could never forget. He was long ago a painter in the service of the Rose family. Oh, so did you do that? Just like they didn't they just like meet? Oh, the white-haired girl and Mel? I think it's from the time it seems like it's like they kind of like it seems like a few like weeks went by, but not sure to be honest. It's hard to tell how much time's passed. Maybe a few days, maybe a week or so. So I'm guessing that painting that she saw of like Mel and Nellie as younger children was her father's work? Hold on. Your father was an artist here? Yes. It was before I was born, so you probably didn't remember. Oh, I get maybe not then. I don't know how old she is actually. So you knew. Hello, Elizabeth. How you doing? You knew about us before you came here. For as long as I can remember, I've known the name Rhodes. Your father was chased from your house just because they didn't like something he painted. Having failed the Rhodes family. Oh, so it wasn't that painting. No one else would become his patron. Just as a good reputation spreads, so too does a bad one. Brendan once is a failure, no one would take you in ever again. Your nobles throw your parties and spread gossip about this painter or that sculptor. The rose you tried to give to me is an example of that. It was certainly crafted with skill, but the jeweler tired of the heat. I'm good. I'm really invested in this story right now. I don't know if you ever heard of the house in Fata, Morgana. But like this white-haired girl came to the mansion and became a maid here, and Mel was like kind of had a crush on her. He was trying all these attempts, and then at some point she like came in the room and she tried to kill him, but then she didn't have like the guts for that. So that's the kind of scene we're on now. The rose you gave me, give me an example of that. It's very certainly crafted with skill, but the jeweler's only known because some aristocrat spoke highly of him. My father's paintings were no less skillful. His was a talent that could not be easily imitated. There we go. I can't even words right now. But no one else was willing to separate the art from the artist. The Rhodes family stole everything from my father. Oh, so she was trying to get revenge. But even thrown out on the streets, his only skill was painting. This is all he could do to earn a living. And we still haven't learned the white-haired girl's real name yet. I wonder how long that'll be. With little money we had for food, he gave it to me. He did anything he could to ensure my survival. I can't even words all the time. Yeah, English hard. He did anything he could to ensure my survival, even at the expense of his own well-being. My father passed away in this town. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his fingers through my hair, an apologetic look on his face. If I had a normal appearance, I'm sure life would have been much easier. He was always telling me of how sorry he was for making life so hard. Also, I really love his music in this scene. The music in this game is really good, so, like, I love it. It's not his fault. Look like this. I disdained the Rhodes family for putting my father through such hardship. I imagine you were still living in decadence, acting as though nothing had ever happened. No, you wouldn't even care about the fate of one simple painter. Our lives meant nothing to you, and so I sought to bring misfortune upon you, and that's why you tried to kill me. In truth, I always wanted to take the master's life, but your father spent so much time outside the mansion. And so, you're right. If they lost me, you would put my family in a very difficult position. That is the whole of my tale. You may know about my father and how I feel about you. Having told you out of the blackness of in my heart, I cannot go on living like nothing has changed. Please give me punishment. Why? Why would you have me put Why would you have me put the one I love through any more misery? I am not fit for your affection. Not only because I'm not aristocratic, and because every time I spoke with you, I did so holding darkness in my heart. Does that not unnerve you? In the end, it was my family's actions that caused you so much suffering. Would that your father was still alive, perhaps I could have done something. I'm sorry. And besides, you hesitated. You didn't actually kill me. What am I even to punish you for? As I said, you have countless opportunities, but you cannot bring yourself to do it. Tell me, why couldn't you have killed me? Because if it's because I've given you enough reason to have even the slightest bit of interest in me. Nothing was as I envisioned it. I assumed the residents of Rose Manor would be cold people who believed that wealth and rank mattered above all. But on the night of the storm, the mistress was the first one to extend her hand out to me. I arrived at the mansion disguised as a beggar. Actually, disguised is not the right word. As many nights, I only survived on the generosity of others. The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Quite the opposite. She took me in as a servant. So that was Mother's doing. I could scarcely believe she would invite a stranger into her home, that she would treat a stranger with such compassion. I thought perhaps she knew who my father was. But I never met any of you before, so she simply be that kind-hearted woman. And the mistress continued to treat me with kindness, despite my disquieting appearance and the darkness in my heart. In time, I began to grow less and make less sure of myself. Was what I meant to do truly right? Were things I felt truly justified? But it was a certain fact that my father was here and that he had been chased out. So I decided I should take your life to put an end to everything before I wavered any further. And then, you were too kind to me. It's all your fault. It's your laugh with such affection because you give me smiles like that because you say things you say. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm so happy to hear that, despite the unusual circumstances. Please don't say you want to leave. Don't ask me to punish you. I couldn't do anything for your father, but at least allow me to do something for the daughter you cared for so dearly. You're far too kind-hearted. I'll be happier with you around. You can become a real aristocrat. Huh? There are families that would be willing to adopt you, especially knowing you would bring them ties to the Road families in the near future. What are you saying? As long as you're okay with that, of course. I don't understand. How could you possibly say that? I have my hand around your neck even as we speak. Seems reasonable enough to me. I'm desperately looking for some way to not have to lose you. I couldn't. I don't know any etiquette or social customs. How could I? You can learn all of that. You're pretty and naturally graceful. You'll do just fine. You're such an aristocrat, Lord Mal. The way you can come up with compliments so easily. Only for you, Nellie says my poetry has much charm as a dissertation. I don't understand theater. Puts me to sleep. You laugh, thank goodness. Keep smiling, you don't have to stop. A smile on your face is a smile on mine. No matter how deep the darkness has taken root in your heart, it can always be removed. I believe people are capable of forging their own futures. What do you say we go to the theater sometime? I promise I won't sleep through it. At the private theater, we can get seats at the far end of the second floor, so we don't have to stand. I don't think she's really choking him now. It's just her hands still they're in kind of the art. She's not really gripping it. That'd be pretty lavish seats, and it would give you a chance to experience the noble life. Please don't be shy. I can have clothes prepared for you. Ask one of the maids who can keep a secret. Says the one with the black hair. She's kind of scary though. I don't know what she's supposed to say. How could she show such compassion for me? I tried to inflict harm upon you. Am I allowed to feel such joy? For every day you suffered a day of happiness. That's how it has to be. So stand by my side. He softly whispered the girl's name. For several long moments, her lips trembled in trepidation, but in time, she squeezed them together and made a smile. What's trepidation mean? Do any of you guys know what that means? Trepidation. He wrapped his arms around her, unbelievably slender and frail frame, holding her tight in an affectionate embrace. Mel approached me the next day. He explained to me the course of the events and asked me to dress her up more beautifully than any other noble girl had ever been. He was already a very pretty girl. No clue. Trepidation. 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 Here we go. A feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. Ah! I was quite partial to her smile, so I agreed to help, thinking that if it would lead to their happiness, I could not ask her anything more. I never anticipated what more happened next. Perhaps my hopes were unreasonable after that. That's one of them smart people words. That is true. Okay, I think actually I've done so much talking. I think I'm actually gonna call it here because okay, but hold on, let me switch over to this. Boop. Okay. Well, I'm finding this game quite intriguing, and I'm getting very intrigued in where the story is gonna go. Alright, I'm gonna exit out of this. How do I exit out? I don't know how to exit. Okay, return to the title. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I'm very intrigued by where the story is gonna go with the... Thank you for the head pats. But I'm finding this story really interesting. And I want to know where it's going with the white-haired girl. Also, I really want to know what her real name is. And I definitely want to see where Mel and Nellie's story and the white-haired girl. I'm just really more interested in... Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming by, guys. Thank you, McGrape and Elizabeth and Walnut, if you're still there. Yes, but tomorrow... Let me see. Also, I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack, the story, everything. I just got really, sucked in. I was like... So I might not make as much commentary because I'm just really absorbed into the game. But as for tomorrow, I'll be having a collab. We'll be playing some Reaper with McGrape. And then, yeah, Reaper and Walnut and Yami tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for coming by, Ryu. Thank you. I'm really excited to play that tomorrow. Some more Reaper. Woo! I love that game right now. Yeah! Let's see. I don't know if there's... Actually, I don't think I'm gonna send it over to anybody. I don't think I'm gonna raid anyone today, but until the next time, guys, we'll be playing Repo. We're having a Repo collab at 6 p.m. PST tomorrow. Until the next time, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye!